Hi guys, this is the video we're going to talk about government grants and the key factor in whether you're eligible for any of the grants that were announced A in the budget and B again on Tuesday evening, I believe. The factor involved is whether or not you have business premises and then whether those business premises are subject to business rates. So if you're running a small business from a co-working space or certain serviced offices or from home or virtual office, then it's unlikely that you're going to get a business rates demand, and therefore you're not going to, as we stand today, be able to unlock any of the government grants that are available to you at present. That's not to say the system isn't changed. That's why we're doing these daily briefings, because it is changing that quickly. But as we are today, you're better off dropping out of this video and heading over to either of the other two that we're publishing this morning, where we're talking about loans and cash flow tips. So if you're still with me though, and you're in a business premises, then the next sort of step on our flow chart to a pot of government grant money at the end is, do you pay business rates? And by that I mean, do you get a demand through the post every March for business rates? If you do, then the end result of that will either be that you get a you've got a rateable value of over £15,000, and so you pay some business rates, or your rateable value is less than 15,000 and the entire bill is credited to nil by small business rates relief. So we'll start with people that are in that position. So if the smaller end of the business property market, if you get a rates bill but it's credited down to zero, then you are eligible for a £10,000 government grant. Further details of which are going to be published today, the 20th. But what we know so far is it's a grant of £10,000. It's going to be paid to you before the end of April. It's yours to do with as you wish, and you don't need to do anything to apply. The local authority will write to you so that you can and take you through the process of how you get that money. My main issue with that is that everyone's been told to work from home. So I wonder if we're going to have a load of post that's worth £10,000 to a lot of businesses that's sat in post boxes that's not being opened. But we shall see how that plays out. But that's the situation. So if you're in a small office, small shop, small warehouse, you are likely to get £10,000 of government money to help bolster your cash flow for the next 12 to 13 weeks. Now, if you do pay some business rates, so you're a slightly bigger business and slightly bigger premises, then if you are a retail, leisure, hospitality business, so a pub, restaurant, shop, and the way they seem to be deciding whether you're a retail or not is not whether you're in a shop, but whether your rates bill classifies you as a retailer, and that gives you, there's a special retailers relief that's on your rates bill, so you need to check that to see if it's on there. But assuming you're one of those in one of those industries, then you are eligible for a grant of up to £25,000. I don't know at this point, they haven't published the legislation, I don't know how they're calculating how much past 10,000 each business gets, but there is a grant scheme there, more details which are being published today, and we will bring you once we know. But there is a potential government grant for you guys of £25,000 or up to £25,000. And again, I'm assuming it's definitely being managed by a local authority, but whether you have to apply for that or whether they're going to just dish that out the same way they're dishing out the smaller grants, we don't know. But there will be a pot of money for you to help bolster your cash flow, which is the point of it. And like I said, it's moving daily. It may not be the last of the grants that come out at this point, but it's where we are now. I expect those to be paid again in the same timeline as a smaller grant, so by the end of April. We shall see how that starts moving through. I'm concerned a little bit, if I'm honest, that they're going to start asking businesses to put a sort of a case together as to why you deserve more than the 10,000. Certainly, if you're running a hospitality business at the moment, then that's a fairly easy case, because sadly your kind of income is dropping off significantly, isn't it? So So that's where we are. That's what we'll see. We will come. We're on the phone at any point if anyone needs to talk. Needs help going through those forms as they come out. Or if you want to talk about what your rateable value is and how you find out where it is, we can help you with all of that. But it's a good news story, right? There should be pots of money coming out to businesses to help cash flow, and that's not a bad thing where we are today. Okay.